Good day and welcome back to another video. It is I, Akoran. I have returned. I'm not dead. I have not yet been claimed by the Rona. In this video today, I'm going to explain where I've been, what's been happening with my videos. I know I did promise weekly videos at the start of the year. Unfortunately, that has not been the case. I have sort of let slip a little bit and not been as diligent as I should have been. So first I'll start off. The first part of the video will be me talking about where I've been and what I plan to do in the future. Second bit of the video is going to be one of my attempts at Moonlord, or maybe I'll just showcase the Moonlord attempts in general, because I actually didn't even end up killing it. Right, so firstly, where have I been these past, well, I think it's been like almost 2 months since I've made a video. Basically, my country, South Africa, went into shutdown or lockdown because of the virus, the COVID-19 virus, and I didn't have work, which I was very, very happy about. I hate my job, it honestly sucks. Anyway, I took that opportunity of not having to go to work and not having any responsibilities to just relax, chill, play video games. And as much as I enjoy making YouTube videos, I just didn't feel like doing anything productive. So I just played Path of Exile and DayZ the entire holiday, and a little bit of Terraria towards the end. I play a lot of Path of Exile, and New League had started, and I was just like, let's just play a shit ton, because I very rarely get to play a crap ton of the game at the start of the league, due to work and stuff like that. So I spammed Path of Exile a crap ton, had a lot of fun, tried a lot of new skills, new items, new builds, etc. It was great. Then a friend of mine was like, hey, let's play some DayZ, and I was like, okay, cool, play some DayZ. He found a cool server, a modded server that we played on, and I had a lot of fun on that. It was actually my first time playing on a modded server, where there's an economy, and there's so many more cars and guns and base building items. It was actually awesome. It sort of renewed my faith in the game, because I had kind of grown bored of the same old, start on the coast, run up, get some guns, go down to PvP and die. Because that was pretty much mostly what we did on vanilla. So I thought, let's play modded, and it was fun. I enjoyed it. And then as of about a week ago, a YouTuber that I watch, The Spiffing Brit, I'll leave a link to his channel in the description, made a video on how to duplicate any stackable item in Terraria, which, as you look on the screen right now, is what I'm doing. All you do is you place down any iron bar, put a chest on top, take out the bottom 2 rows, replace that with a workbench, as I'm doing there. Then you get rid of the chest, replace it with an item frame, take out the crafting bench, open a trapdoor, and then that opens sort of like a loop where you can just duplicate any item as much as you want, as long as it stacks, which I did with a lot of items, and it made the game a lot more fun for me, because I do like grinding, don't get me wrong, but in certain games, and only for, you can only take the grind so much. This took the grind out of it and made you appreciate the fun stuff of the game itself. Next topic, what's going to happen with my channel going forward, because if we have a look at videos, yep, it's been a month since my last video. I did notice that Age of Empires got the best views, where's my first Age of Empires? 168, then the second one 184, 321. That's actually got a lot of views. I got quite a few views over the past month, actually. I mean, it's only been out for a month, but most of its views have happened sort of in the past couple of weeks, I think. So thank you to everybody who's been watching my videos. I hope you're enjoying them. I will possibly end up doing more Age of Empires. I'm kind of played out on that, because I did play a lot of Age of Empires. I just games of my own, games with my mates, a lot of it, to the point where kind of bored of it at the moment, but I can always go back to it, find an interesting mod, find something that makes the game more appealing to watch. Alright, what is happening next going forward? Terraria Journey's End is coming out in a couple of weeks, and I will definitely be playing that. I will be doing a full playthrough where I try to complete everything, all the bosses, all the encounters, etc. Try to get as many weapons and collectibles as I can. Unfortunately, however, I will not be starting the series straight away when the update comes out, which they have said here is the 16th of May 2020. It looks cool from what I have seen. Journey's End, it is the final update for Terraria, and once that's come out, then that's it. The game's no longer in development. The reason that I won't be playing it straight away is because my exams are starting this month. So from the end, or yeah, at the end of May to the end of June are my uni exams. I don't know how they're going to work because my university's already announced that they're not doing examination venue written exams because there's a law that you're not allowed to have gatherings of, I think it's more than, I think 20 people's the max or more. It's either 20 or 50, something like that. So obviously when you've got universities and examination venues, they're like really crammed full of people depending on the exam and how many people are writing it. So they've written that off, but they haven't said what they are going to do. So who knows what they're going to do. Either way, I need to study. I need to try and learn as much as I can. I've got quite a few difficult subjects this semester, so I need to study up on that, which means unfortunately I'm going to have to put gaming and YouTube on the back handle. I was going to say backhand, but that's definitely not what the word I want to use. Basically, I'm going to have to take a break from gaming and YouTube. I mean, I can't really take a break from YouTube if I've been on a break, you know. But once those exams are finished, I will start up the new series. When I know exactly what's going on and what the dates are of everything, I will probably maybe make a small video or put something on Twitter or Reddit to tell you what's going on and when the series will start. I have been practicing some Photoshop and Premiere over the past few weeks, and I will continue to do so because my plan, when the new series comes out, I want it to be completely revamped in terms of my content style. I really want to up my game in terms of the quality of content I'm putting out. I want everything to be as good as it can be. Cool edits, funny stuff put in, you name it. You know, I already do try my best when it comes to my edits, but I want to get better. I've watched a few Terraria videos from other people. I picked up some tips and tricks and stuff, so I'll definitely be utilizing that. Now onto what the second part of the video, which is the Moonlord fight. Now, I'd never fought the Moonlord before. I watched a bunch of videos. There's a certain channel, Ningisu, something like that. I can't remember. I will link her channel in the description. And she basically showed you that she did these speedruns for Terraria. One with glitches, one without. And I watched them both several times just to make sure I knew the ins and outs of what to do so that I could fight. As you could see here, I've just killed the fanatic, lunatic, cultist dude, whatever, for the very first time. Never killed him before. And this little box arena that you're looking at here is what she used to fight the Moonlord with ease. Absolute ease. No effort whatsoever. It took about 2-3 minutes at most. So I went into this very optimistic. You know, I'm wearing, I've got that crystal above my head, so it's the green armor, I can't remember what it's called. And all my equipables have crit strike on them, so I went for lucky gear instead of warding, which gives you the armor. Because I thought, you know what, let's just get as much damage. And as you're about to see, it didn't quite go as well as it went in her video. Those ducks below were to try and control spawn rates of stuff. I don't think it really affects Moonlord though. At least with me, it didn't. So in her video, when she was fighting the Moonlord, she basically didn't take any damage at all in here. Now, as you can see, my max life is 500. Hers was about 300, I believe. And she just stood here taking no damage, dealing tons of damage to the Moonlord. And safe to say, when I got to this stage where I'm taking a crap ton of damage, I was very surprised. I was just like, what the hell's going on? Why am I taking so much damage? I was dealing decent damage as well. And I think maybe if I mechanically was better at the game, I could have dodged more of the attacks. But at the end of the day, I wasn't expecting the hand to be shooting as many attacks at me as it did. skip forward to my second try. I put down a campfire, a heart lantern, and a heart statue, hoping that that would improve things. Unfortunately, the outcome was much less the same as the previous one. In fact, I think I died even faster in this encounter of the Moon Lord. And at this stage, my health starts dropping rapidly. I take quite a few big hits. I did get some life from the statue, but ultimately did not work, fortunately. I was very disappointed because I watched her video and like, alright, this isn't going how it should go. False advertisement, you know? You expect one thing and you get something else delivered. So I don't know if I should blame her or if I should blame the devs. To be fair, the video was about 2 or 3 years old. I then watched another video from someone else on how to fight the Moon Lord, and this guy said it was easy peasy, and he had this awesome layout where you stack regen and defense. As you can see, I've got the beetle armor, I've got a bunch of defensive items, still using the lucky prefix on my items though to give me the crit strike chance instead of the defense. And so you've got defense, you've got regen from a pool of honey, you've got the heart lantern, and you've got a campfire. So in this, I started fighting him and straight away noticed I was a lot tankier, I was staying alive a lot longer, so I was pretty hopeful, thinking, okay cool, this is going to go well. I started taking a lot of big hits and realized, okay, my defense is clearly not high enough, and bam, dead. So at this stage, I'm starting to get a little bit annoyed that it isn't going as well as I'd like it to. So I then went to the Goblin Dude and started reforging all my gear to get the warding prefix on everything, the +4 armor. So you see at the moment with one warding item, I've got 85 armor, well that just went down to 77, I think that's because of the Dryad. Yep, they're back up to 85 again. Then for the next one, I also decided to put in the Nurse and the Dryad, so I could heal myself with the Nurse and try and get bonus stats from the Dryad. Unfortunately, for some reason, the Dryad does not count the Moon Lord as an enemy, so she does not give you her blessing, nor does she use her debuff on him. I feel like if one were to use the Dryad, the way to do it would be to put a slime statue or some sort of statue underneath her, turn it on once so that there is a enemy near her, or an enemy rather, that she cannot attack and does not attack her, so she constantly keeps her buff up. I don't know if that is worth doing though, because in the end she did end up dying to the Moon Lord. On the plus side, I did last a lot longer. As you can see, I've already got both the hands down quite low, and in the video I watched the guy said, you know, try kill all 3 eyes at once. I got impatient, I was running low on ammo, I was like, you know what, let me kill the eyes. What's the worst that could happen? Unfortunately, what's happening to me right now, that's the worst that could happen. The eyes just completely destroyed me. And there goes my life, just big hits, big consecutive hits, and yeah, didn't end well. I then decided to set about making, adding some traps to the arena. I thought, you know what, let's try boost my damage. If I can kill him faster, then I don't have to survive as long. In hindsight, I don't think traps do a lot of damage. I do still think it is worth adding on if you are lacking damage, because it did help a little bit, but not massively, and you'll see that those spear traps I have on the top there were actually quite useless. As you can see there, the spear traps on the top are actually completely missing his eye at the top, which was quite funny. I then realized also that I don't really want the ones on the side, because what you want to do is get the eyes on the hands low first, then go for the one on the face. And if you get them low and then go for the face, there's a chance that the spears and the darts can actually kill the eyes, which is not something you want. I then got the hands low enough and realized, hang on, these rooms I've made don't allow me to see the heart of the dude. So I was like, shit. So I tried to get out and fix it and forgot that I don't have my wings on because I was wearing defensive gear instead. So I sort of had this terrible rush and scramble to try and take down the walls, and It was very nerve-wracking, but I managed to take down the walls and get back in the honey chamber without taking too much damage. I then killed all 3 eyes and tried to take out the core, but the weapon I had unfortunately wasn't very good for that. I needed a melee weapon that could go through walls, of which I did not have on me, so yet another run that ended badly. I then stopped my recording so that I could check the footage to see where his core was, so I could update the arena, put some traps where his core is, make it easier to fight him, and forgot to record what happened next. What did happen next is I managed to get all 3 eyes down, had a weapon that could attack his core. Unfortunately my damage was lacking, I could not kill him, only got about 5,000 damage on the whole core before I died. So I thought to myself, okay, let me try get the celestial something or the other. It's this melee spear-like weapon that drops from the celestial tower. So I spawned in the towers, went to go kill them, and died a lot of times, and got quite annoyed. So here you can see me running in, I've got my bow, you see I'm doing some decent damage, I'm killing things, but then they start to attack me, as you'll see in a second. Let's wait for enemies to come along. It's sort of like these big meteorite explosions that kind of fucked me. Bam, there's one. There's another. And another. And another. And I kind of just got overwhelmed by the amount of attacks coming in. Some more meteorites. And yeah, just death. In the end, I died quite a few times to the solar pillar, and I got so annoyed that I went and I got some gear from my other characters. I got the spaceship mount, as well as Meow Meow. I figured, you know what, fuck it, nothing is going to stop me when I have Meow Meow. And I don't know if one of them has Reflect, because I ended up getting killed by my own Meow Meow. I think it happens here, that's the first time I go in. Bam. Arms torn off by Meow Meow. I just got one shot. I don't know how that happened. So I went in again, and I was like, oh, that's weird. Let's try and be more careful this time. Still with my Meow Meow, with a bunch of potions, and did you see how much damage that thing did to me? It took off like almost 400 health in one hit, and I died again. So I went back once more, and I thought, you know what, let's just sit on the outside of the, you know, makeshift biome where the enemies are coming from. And even though I was on the biomes on the left side of me, I was still getting attacked from the right. So I stood there, I managed to get a bit more damage off, but still taking a ton of damage. Yeah, and at that stage I got really annoyed, so I just quit the game, and I don't think I'm going to go back into that world. I think having a break from gaming is going to do me well, because I just really got pissed off that an encounter that I'd seen YouTube videos of that made it look so easy ended up being not easy. So there you have it. Those are my attempts at the Moon Lord. Didn't end well. Learn from me, don't do what I did. I don't know what you should do, but it's definitely not what I did. I think probably more prep work, more reading up on it, more understanding the ins and outs of the fight is probably best. I think you need to make an arena for each of the celestial pillars that takes into account the enemy types and all that stuff. So yeah, that's it for this video. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I mean, it wasn't really a very exciting episode, but thank you for making it this far if you did. I will be back probably at the end of June with some more Terraria content, Journey's End, the final update. I don't even know all the stuff that's being added. I am excited, and I hope you guys are excited as well. So thank you for subscribing, and I hope you aren't too disappointed that I haven't been making regular videos as I promised I would. But I will see you in a couple of months with some more Terraria. So until then, stay safe, wear your masks, do your social distancing, and most importantly, have fun. And I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.